Hey guys, Easiest Pie here again. Today we'll be talking about water boxes. So to get started, we'll just go over kind of a couple points, exactly what a water box is, what it does. Primarily, you'll find that one of their main functions is providing back pressure to the engine. So as you know, if you've watched the expansion chamber video, you'll know that two-stroke engines need back pressure in order to operate correctly, or not necessarily correctly, but more efficiently. And this is one of the devices that does that. On this is the side that the expansion chamber would connect to, and prior to this there's actually a resonator pipe that also, it acts as a muffler, it provides some back pressure, and then it dumps into here. There is a small set of baffles in here with some mesh, and then the air basically ultimately ends up flowing out of this end over here. So in addition to providing back pressure, like I said, it also acts somewhat as a muffler. So having that set of baffles in here, it does provide some noise dampening ability. And on top of all that, the way this whole thing is set up, it actually acts as kind of like a giant water lock. It prevents water from flowing back through the exhaust, should your engine be off, and into the engine. So it kind of fills several of these roles all at the same time. So this is the stock 440 550 water box. So pretty simple. So now to compare this to a couple different others, I also have a tri-oval water box and a super trap here as well. So you'll see, compared to each other, they're all relatively close in size. Obviously the aftermarket ones are, they're a little bit smaller inside. They would provide you with some additional space, but in the front of the ski, you're going to find that you don't, as far as space is concerned, this is actually oriented like this. As far as space is concerned, it's actually not a huge issue up in the front of the ski. Your other parts don't generally interact with that portion unless you've got like an oversized gas tank. Something more akin to this super trap would buy you quite a bit of more space, but something like this tri-oval would take up pretty much just as much space as the stalker here does. So in addition to this, I also have a Mariner. I don't feel like pulling out of my ski, but if you watch the video on how to change water boxes, you'll see exactly what that looks like. And as far as overall footprint, it's actually almost identical to this. It just has the vertical, this part is a little bit shrunk. So as far as weight goes for these things, like I always say, I'm generally not too concerned about weight. The stock water box weighs approximately 4 pounds 6 ounces. The Mariner, which is in my ski, weighs 4 pounds 4 ounces. This tri-oval here actually weighs 4 pounds 6 ounces as well, so as far as weight goes, it's on par with the stock. And the super trap you'll actually find weighs quite a bit heavier. It's 5 pounds 2 ounces. So this is stainless steel construction with a rubber boot on the end. And on the inside you'll find quite a few baffle plates in here, and that is so you can actually tune the amount of back pressure that this device is providing to your ski. So you can add in more baffles in order to increase the back pressure, or you can take out baffles in order to reduce it, and it just provides one more tuning aspect to your ski. Now, if you're wondering what the inside of one of these super traps looks like, here's a quick peek. So as you can see on the inside of this rubber gas or rubber hose piece, it has gotten a little bit over whatever the recommended temperature is, and you see some bubbling on the rubber. I don't believe that would affect the performance any. If anything, it might even produce a little bit of a muffling effect with all those little air bubbles absorbing pressure waves coming through there. Now that would be pretty minimal and kind of a stretch as to what that would provide, but it is what it is, I guess. So this is the look inside of the super trap. If you take off those 6 hex bolts you see there, you'll see a stack of plates inside there, and those are the baffles that provide the back pressure, the adjustable back pressure, and the muffling effect from this device. So that is it. As you can see, it's got a little dent on the back side. It wouldn't affect things too much. It, you know, is what it is. But anyways, these are pretty neat water boxes. As far as tri-ovals and mariners go, you're going to find that they are fixed. They do what they do, and there's nothing you're going to do to change them. Besides, you know, adding ports to these and injecting water into these in order to provide water-assisted back pressure. So, but in this unit, you're not going to find that. That would be something you'd have to add in yourself. Now, as far as adding additional durability to these, there's a pretty common trick that a lot of people do. You won't see it so much on the stock water boxes, simply because they're already pretty heavy duty as far as a water box is concerned. But on these aluminum water boxes, you'll find that all the vibration inside that engine compartment it creates a lot of wear points on these. So what people end up doing is they glue on pieces of either hydroturf or some sort of matting to the bottom sides of these, just to give them something to rub up against the hull that isn't making additional noise from your ski and isn't wearing on these. You know, this aluminum plate or aluminum sheeting is pretty thick, but you'll find over time that, you know, it doesn't matter how thick the aluminum is, eventually it's going to wear a hole through these things or create a stress fracture or crack or something in it. So that's pretty common. On my Mariner water box, the entire bottom side of it has a coat of hydroturf on it, basically, that rests on the inside of the hull. You know, like I said, it dampens all the vibration noises, and it provides a better surface for the water box to rest on the ski. Now, on a unit like this, you'll find that after all the hoses are connected, there's a good chance it's going to be slightly elevated off the hull anyways, and if not, this rubber portion will end up resting on the bottom side of the ski. Now, there are also a few other variations of water box styles. One of them is almost a crossover of these two, where it is a V-shaped aluminum pipe, basically, that fits up into the nose of the ski, and that would provide you a ridiculous amount of empty space up in the front. But you know, it kind of mixes these two worlds. I'm not sure as far as the sound reduction, how that would work with one of those, and it certainly wouldn't provide you with any backflow prevention from water into your ski. But that is one of the other main styles. I don't have one. I believe TDR Racing makes one of those water box styles. And you'll also see guys run straight pipes all the way out of the expansion chamber. I personally would not recommend this. You would need earplugs in order to ride your ski. Even with these two styles of water boxes, or say the Mariner, you're going to see a significant increase in noise coming off these skis as compared to your stock water box. So as far as that goes, I would not recommend a straight pipe, but you know, to each his own. Some people don't mind the noise, and they're able to find the back pressure in some other form on their ski, but I'd stick to these aftermarket water boxes. In regarding to the sound of the ski, I can't really attest to these. I just got these this winter. I haven't tried either of them on my ski, but as far as anecdotal evidence goes, I've heard a lot of people really love Tri-Oval, and a lot of people really love Super Trap. And then everyone in between is just kind of like, yeah, whatever, you know, it's all noise. But hey, it's like I said, to each his own. So as usual with this latest series of videos, I've just been trying to give you kind of a comparison between stock models and various aftermarket parts out there, give you a brief explanation of how these things work, and help you make kind of, you know, better decisions as to what you want out there. So I hope this has been helpful. If you have any questions or comments, throw it in the comment section as always. I will get to them as quickly as possible. Thanks for watching, guys.